only cool, sensible person in my family. You'll soon see for yourself. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. One sunny day, my big sister Lucy, who is 10 years older than me, had a problem. Her bike chain got jammed in the wheel. You stupid bike! I shook it, I pushed it, I hit it, I even lifted it on my back, but nothing is working. Ooh, don't get mad. How many times have I told you to control your anger? See that? I shook it, I pushed it, I hit it, I even lifted it on my back, but nothing. Drinking it won't help, girl. I thought you were smarter. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, maybe that will fix the bike. You're too smart. Sometimes I feel like you're my older sister. Sometimes? Yeah, always. Just go back and play with some sand. Wait, give me a kiss first. I hugged her and threw some sand at her, and she ran after me like a drunk mosquito. Speaking of mosquitoes, did you know that only female mosquitoes bite? Yeah, go ladies. You know, since I'm smart, I'm supposed to tell you this intelligent fun fact that you can easily find on the internet. I didn't even check if it's true or not, but whatever. I feel better about myself. Lucy was my elder sister, but growing up, it mostly felt like I was the more responsible one. Yes, I have to mention it again. Trust me, I have my reasons. Take this for example. One particularly memorable incident happened when I was 7 and Lucy was 17. Lucy was supposed to pick me up from school, but she was often late because she liked hanging out with her friends. One day, she was late again, and I waited on the school steps with my teacher, Mrs. Andrews, keeping me company. Your sister is a dumbhead. I appreciate your honesty, but that's kind of rude. Just then, Lucy came running around the corner. Her hair was a mess. Lucy, this is unacceptable. You haven't changed. I thought people get more responsible when they get older. Seems like that's not the case with you. Well, Mrs. Andrews, you're older too, but you haven't gotten any less grumpy, have you? Or do you miss me as your student? You miss my pranks, yeah? Turn around, show me your hair. Do you still have that bald spot? Mrs. Andrews just stood there, her mouth open, and then she stormed off angrily. Just try not to be late next time, okay? You got it, boss. As you might have guessed, it was often Lucy who looked after me. But not because our parents were bad or anything. It's just that these days, they're wonderful people married to different people. But Lucy wasn't allowing anyone to take care of me except for her. She acted like a mom. A loser one, but the girl was trying. Yep, my parents got divorced when I was 5 years old, and 2 years later, Dad married this woman. Let's call her Tomato Ball, like Lucy does. She named her that because her butt is round. I don't know about the tomato part or the redness. I swear, I didn't see anything. But since I respect stepmom and also kinda love her, let's hope Lucy doesn't watch this. I'll call her Tito in this video. I was really close to my dad. He was like my best friend and always knew how to help me. When I was unhappy at school because of my old-fashioned teachers, he moved me to different schools twice. He even paid for a fancy private school, even though he wasn't very rich. We lived with him, although Mom didn't remarry. But I think she just wanted to be kids-free. She's not a bad person at all. She's cool and funny, but yeah, not mom material, which is okay, as long as she's not annoying and toxic. But she was a little annoying. On my 8th birthday, we had the party in our backyard and Dad hired a clown. I guess the clown was like 74 years old, and he was boring and dumb. Kids started feeling bored, and some of them even left. Just then, Tito made the clown take off his costume, and she put it on herself and started performing. The kids loved it, and they even became nicer to me and wanted to take pictures with me. I guess they understood that making me happy would make my parents happy, and that meant they'd make more effort to make this party more amazing. It was a win-win. But Lucy didn't look so pleased with the happy rainbow and rabbits atmosphere, especially since Tito was in charge. So she disappeared for about an hour and came back wearing a scream outfit and started acting all crazy. It was terrifying with all the fake blood all over her and the horrible sound she was making. The kids were getting scared, and I told her to stop, but she wouldn't listen. She even started grabbing some kids and throwing them into the bouncy castle. Then some kid threw a piece of cake at her, and the other kids followed him, and a full-scale food fight broke out. It was a disaster. Finally, Dad and Tito dragged her inside. It was already too late because all the kids had left. Then Mom looked at me and said, "We really taught Tomato Ball a lesson, didn't we?" Are you crazy, Mom? This was your plan? I suspected that Lucy wasn't smart enough to be this dumb. I knew it. Mom, thanks for ruining my birthday. Just leave and maybe take your adult baby with you. Just then, we heard Lucy scream. We rushed to see Dad unconscious, and we immediately called 911. Dad had slipped into a coma. Yeah, my dad is one of those MSA parents that goes into a coma suddenly. Let's hope he wakes up by the end of the video. The next morning wasn't a happy one, and Mom slept at Dad's place with us, which made things a bit weird. Our breakfast was awkwardly silent. I know exactly what to do. I want to become a clown. I'll work hard and support the family. I want to be a good clown. You already are one. You're right, sis. And with that, she kissed my forehead and left. Yeah, I was stuck with a crazy sister, a jealous mom, and a sick dad. Thank God I had Tito. Days turned into weeks, and 2 years later, Dad wasn't getting any better, and I finally decided to leave the private school and attend a public one. Even though Tito didn't suggest it, I felt it was a burden. And Lucy was getting crazier. Every 6 months, she had a different job. A nail artist, a hair artist, an eyelash artist, a massage therapist, and all those technician jobs that need a degree and a frickin' budget to study. And Tito's income wasn't enough, and Mom wasn't any help. Once when I was in the 9th grade, I saw a young kid who looked around 6 or 7 years old. He was yelling at the people inside the next house.
Oh, you dirty, ignorant woman! I swear to God, I'm gonna teach you and your son a lesson! Stealing my money and lying to my face? How dare you, you filthy rats!
He then started throwing eggs, rocks, and shoes at the house. Then he walked over